Ultra Vegito Blue from Legends. I think this is a new one. Pretty cool. He's like, it's kind of like an action pose, hand sort of outstretched with like energy chakra coming off it. So I'm in a landscape page, use a pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So we're in 3/4 pose. That means we have a small eye and a large eye. So we always start with this, with Dragon Ball characters, with this W in the center of their face, right? And we're going to go diagonally because the face goes diagonally. So let's give this a go. Curve it around twice. So this sort of frowning area. Okay, just to get us going. So the eyebrows are going to come out from that section, as always with Dragon Ball characters. So on this side, we got a tick that goes up this way. All right, so right, and it's kind of thicker on this end, curves up, and then it comes back down and gets skinnier as it comes down, right? So it goes down and curves into there. And sometimes we will have lines on the end. So the other one will go up from in behind here, right? So it'll go like that, and then square end, and then bring it back down and get skinnier as you go down. Okay, and some lines on the end. Okay, so eyes, very slender, thin eyes. Right, so on this side, long line, short line, and then you will join them together like so. His iris, can't see pupils. I guess he just has, yeah, he's Super Saiyan Blue, so it's just blue eyes, isn't it? So curve this down around there. And then on this side, smaller eyes. You just have a small line, and then the long line goes diagonal this way, and then join them together on the bottom. And then you can barely see his iris just here, looking up at us here. And then you could have some sort of frown lines just coming along the eyes there. So his nose, real pointy, comes down from this W shape, curving out like so. And then it just goes back in like that. It's like an upside down 7, but they always put the shadow in Dragon Ball. So you do this little triangle underneath the nose like that, right? His mouth then touches this end of the triangle, so it comes down and then back and serious, so it's like down turned on the edge there. And then a bit of a shadow under his bottom lip. We can't see his chin, right? So it's like blocked off by his face. By his, sorry, not his face, his shoulder. His face is blocked off by his shoulder. But I'll draw it in just for, and we can erase it afterwards, right? So we got like a square sort of chin here. And then his jaw will come up the side. And then change our direction here up towards the ear, right? So that's his jaw shape. And then the side of his face comes up underneath his nose. And it comes out the other side to his cheek, and then goes in, curves in towards the eye and out to the eyebrow. Okay. Real pointy kind of stuff going on. And then this changes direction at the eyebrow and goes up underneath his hair. Okay, so that's the shape for his face. We also have those cheek lines, right? Those hatching lines that Dragon Ball characters have on their face. Like that. Okay, so his ear. We'll get his ear in. So his sideburn is just above, see the eyebrow there? And his hairline curves around like that. And then the ear curves down to the jaw from the sideburn. And he's an earring, the pectora, just there. Ear lines inside. Easiest way is this letter J to get you started. And then you can add more lines if you'd like. So then we have those two hair spikes coming from the center of his head, right? So here, coming up around, down like that, back into the middle. Of course, his hairline then comes in underneath here, goes underneath the other one, which sticks out pretty far this way. And then we have texture line in under here. Right, and I'll just finish off the earring. So we just have like two circles, a small one and a large one. And then it has like a silver top. The other one kind of floats off his face this side. And then we do the rest of his hair. So you're thinking candle flame shape, right? It spikes out and in to a point up at the top of my page. So we start with the small sort of spikes that come out from the side of his head here. And the other one comes out from behind his ear. Like so. And then we're going to gradually make them larger and bring them in towards the middle, right? So we go. He has a few across the front. Like that, and then pointy in here. So you're trying to bring it into the center to a large one like this. Okay. And then you've got to add texture lines all over. So you're just like following each shape of the hair. Each one just has these texture lines on it like this, right? You can do as much of this as you'd like. Some people add more, some people add less. So it really is up to you. Okay. Right. So body position and clothing, right? So we'll get his torso in and his back, and then we'll deal with the arms. So coming out from this hair spike, we got his blue kimono or gi at the back here. And there are these bumping sort of mountain-like shapes, right? Because his clothing folds itself around, right? Okay. And then his collar comes across here. So this is the blue section. And as I said, it comes across his chin, cuts off his chin. You can erase that line wherever you manage to cross his face. And the blue comes back We have all these fold lines then on his back. So then he has the orange part of his costume, right? So it kind of like sticks out here, goes around the bicep. Right, like that. And the orange on the other side, you can just see like coming around his shoulder here. It's kind of flatter because it's going away from us. Okay, so that's his back. So this is the orange section, that's the navy section. Orange here, navy, all here. And then we have a waistband, right? So just this bumpy waistband area. And this will go around his arm underneath it that way, right? So this will have all texture. And he's got an arm that comes across here. That's why I'm not closing this off, okay? So his leg then comes out here. So it's foreshortened, looks real big. Foreshortened means it's like coming towards the camera. So it looks bigger. So all these folding around his knee. Okay, and then it's like trousers. Like all these lines there. So we have some necklines I missed just in there. Coming down from, say, his jaw. We should, maybe we can see some of his neck going that way. There and there. So, arms, small arm, large arm. We'll deal with the large arm first. Biceps and shoulder muscles in Dragon Ball. So, shoulder muscle, like so. Deltoids, you have 3. So 1, 2, and like a third, or back one. There. And then the tricep comes down this way. It's drawn differently than normal. So we'll do like the image. There, and then the elbow sticks out. That way. Bicep at the front here. And then there's all these separation lines of muscles, right? Like so. He's got a white glove. It goes down here. And his forearm sort of disappears into it here. Then this white glove comes up this way. We've got these bumps on it. On the end, as it folds across his wrist. Like that. And the forearm has forearm muscle lines there. The hand here, so I'll like zoom in for you so you can see this, right? So it's like, it's doing this, like it's like cutting, it's like forming a sword sort of thing. So the side of the hand comes out here, the other side comes out there. The thumb is on this side, right? So thumb this way, around like that. And this is sort of foreshortened going back, right? So we've got like finger line going back this way. Comes around the tip top. And the next one. Real pointy. This one. Here. And the little finger. Down a bit further maybe. That way. And then this comes down the back of the hand, out like that, right? So it's forming this kind of point, right? So we can see finger lines inside barely, because the energy is kind of like blocking it. we'll do our best. So very straight lines for the fingers, right? You will have some like knuckle lines on it coming across his fingers. Like this. Okay, roughly. Okay, so that's the kind of hand we're dealing with. And then the other one up here, so right up at the shoulder. So let's say we can see a little bit of shoulder muscle just here, right? And then his tricep comes out more like we're used to drawing, like a little point like this. And then the second one comes there, and then his elbow sticks out here. So your tricep connects to your elbow, obviously. And then he's a bicep coming in. The separation between the tricep and the bicep line. And then his forearm into there. And then again, we have that white glove section just here. He's doing this with his hand. Don't mind my plaster on my hand there. But he's doing this kind of thing. So we can barely see fingers, right? So it's like up here. So we just have these series of sort of bumps. And we can see the front of the finger there. Coming down. And then some of the thumb. Like that. And then like some knuckles. Like that, right? So last thing we got to do is just add this sort of spiking energy and some aura. So spiking energy coming around his hand, I mean. So you can do this any way you want, really. Right, and then he does have some like aura coming around his body as well. So we'll just like so, and maybe like in here. Like so. It's all details all around, energy and stuff. But that's it. Ultra Vegito Blue. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.